And by the way, just for what it's worth, I have to remind myself of that every single day. I mean, I'm big on, I got to do a lot of self-talk, and that's something that I have to continuously remind myself is you just don't ever stop moving. You just got to go. You got to try. You got to get up. Even if you feel like you don't know what you're talking about, just try.
Right.
Because
I'm Sterling.
I'm Harrison.
And this is Hard on the Paint by Big Country Equipment.
Right here.
I'm sad.
Already?
I know, it's sad. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
We're just now getting to the good part.
We'll come back.
I'm gonna beg and plead.
I think
What do
y'all
y'all think?
need
Are we gonna get an
a
invite?
part 2.
Yeah, I need a part 2. But I got a few questions real quick before we end it. For you, Amy,
Oh God.
what would you tell a girl or a guy that's trying to get in your business some word of advice?
If someone says no, don't let it knock you down. You just got to persevere. Because that is something, when I first started with this, I was humbled very quickly when I was cold calling. And if I would have let that, I think the worst they could say is no. And, I've sat there, I think one time, somebody's like, what are we going to do? What if, I'm like, the worst they can say is no, and just let it roll off your back. Just persevere and just know, we are female, so we get our feelings hurt a little bit easier.
Just a little.
Just a little, but just let it roll off your back. Just persevere.
Is relative to all things.
Yeah.
Right.
Worst
Everything
thing
in
someone
life.
can say is no when you're in business,
Mhm.
and that's great advice.
And Stormy, for you, what would you tell the consumer, the guys that y'all are going out for a word of advice? What could y'all give them, and what to predict for the future of this year?
I think right now, just to keep on we just need to all get up every day and just keep hustling and working hard. And I think that the economy is interesting right now. It's an election year. I think people are scared. I feel like in a lot of phone calls that I have every single week, you can almost kind of hear the fear. And I think right now on the consumer side, and from my side and our side and y'all's, I just think we just can't slow down. We can't be fearful. We need to be fearless, and we need to get up every day and know that the Lord has a plan for all of us. And if we just keep putting one foot forward, it's gonna work out, and we're gonna come out of this, right side up. So really, just we just got to keep on keeping on and not be so fearful, because it really gets us nowhere other than in our head.
I'd say that's pretty spot on. You can't worry about what tomorrow's going to bring, but you can control on what you're doing today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And by the way, just for what it's worth, I have to remind myself of that every single day. I mean, I'm big on, I got to do a lot of self-talk, and that's something that I have to continuously remind myself is you just don't ever stop moving. You just got to go. You got to try. You got to get up. Even if you feel like you don't know what you're talking about, just try.
Right.
Because
I think a lot of people have given up in the last couple of years. Our generation, something's out there is easier. And that's not necessarily the case, Well, girls, we have thoroughly enjoyed y'all being on the podcast, and thank y'all for making the trip down. Thank you for
y'all.
teaching us
Oh my
about money.
gosh.
And
Thank
Y'all
you
gotta
guys.
Check this off the bucket list. Being on a
Y'all gotta do
podcast.
that.
Let's go.
Y'all gotta do the intro.
Thank y'all so much for having
Okay.
us. This has been amazing. This is Stormy and Amy, and we're signing off on Big Country's Hard in the Paint.
Yeah.
Get, do your mouth.
This is Hard in the Paint. Thanks for joining.